So the Mets try to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Cubs as they close out the series at Citi Field. Max Scherzer's pitching tonight in Syracuse. He'll be back in the rotation next week if all goes well. That means one more start for David Peterson before he transitions into the bullpen.
Outside, he's walked 3 in a row to start the game.
That'll bring up Yan Gomes.
For Peterson, 26 pitches in the inning with 1 out and the bases loaded.
Line drive, slicing down the right side, fair ball, getting into the corner. Morel in to score. Suzuki on his heels. They'll hold up Reyes. It's a 2-run double. Yan Gomes comes through. 2-zip Cubs.
Yeah, the Bluebirds are out already here at Citi Field. They're frustrated with the Cubs coming to town and winning the first 2 games of this series and now getting the jump here in game 3. And good work by Gomes. Again, staying inside and hitting this ball the other way.
P.J. Higgins. Higgins getting a start over there at first base. Swinging a liner. Fair ball. That'll get into the corner. That's going to score 2. Higgins into second. P.J. a 2-run double. And it's 4-0.
Well, the Mets were of 2 minds as to whether to start Peterson or Williams tonight. They chose Peterson, but he takes a very early exit, retiring only 1 batter with 4 runs home. Trevor Williams coming on to try and pick up the mess.
Michael Hermosillo, the center fielder, at the plate, hitting from the right side against the right-hander Williams.
Line drive, base hit, left field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Higgins is in. Hermosillo replaces him at second. And it's 5-0. 108.2 on your FM dial.
You see that 2-seam fastball moving right in to the power of Hermosillo. Quite an impressive showing here by the Cub hitters.
Here's the 0-1. Velasquez swings, lines one into right. It'll drop in for a base hit in front of Ruff. Hermosillo sprinting home. He'll score. 6-0 Cubs here in inning number 1.
And all you got to do is listen around Citi Field. They're not happy.
Drew Smiley, curve fastball cutter, heavy usage of that curveball. That's some very good work. A 3.57 ERA.
Struck him out after an extended battle. 8 pitches, and Smiley gets rid of Nimmo. Popped up left side. Wisdom makes the grab.
So that'll bring up the shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Lindor down on strikes, and that's the inning. Smiley gets him 1, 2, 3. Welcome back. We're at Citi Field, and the news is good. Bottom of the second, and the Cubs leading at 6-0. That one redirected out to short, barehanded. Morel out at first. Oh, baby.
No dispute coming from the Met dugout. Just magical from Morel.
Bare hand's the only way here, right?
Yeah, he's got to change directions. 163 on your scorecard. Maybe a little red exclamation point, a la Dwayne Kuiper.
So 2 out and 2 on now. David Bodie, who struck out his first time up. Runner goes, and no throw by Nido. Throw down to third, and Escobar keeps it from going down the line. Now the hitter interfered, and he's called out. The hitter interfered with the throw, and that will retire the side.
That's not the right call.
No, it's not. He's got a right to stand where he's standing.
In fact, he stood in the batter's box. When we see it again, it'll be an interesting move by Nido to make contact with Bodie.
So it's an interference call against Bodie, interfering with Nido's throw to third base. It's a put out to the catcher for the 3rd out, and David Ross giving a piece of his mind to Hunter Wendelstedt about that call.
4 strikeouts for Smiley. 1 out in the 3rd as Tomas Nido bats. 1-0. Nido, it's a high fly ball. Right center. This is deep. Hermosillo's back all the way to the wall. It's gone. Home run, Tomas Nido. Now all of a sudden he hits 1 home run and he's Babe Ruth. He has homered for the 2nd time this season and the 2nd time this week. And the Mets are on the board. It is now a 6-1 Cubs lead.
That's where his power generally is, to right center. His home run in Miami was pretty much to straightaway center. So in less than a week, Tomas Nido has hit his first 2 home runs of the year.
So the Mets will try and make something of their first time getting the leadoff man on tonight. 1-2 to Alonso with Mark Vientos on deck. And Alonso swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt. And Smiley's got his 5th strikeout of the night, the first out of the inning.
You know, when you're not operating on all cylinders, you get a pitch to hit and you foul it back. You give that pitcher another opportunity to make a pitch on you.
And now it's Jeff McNeil. McNeil threw a walk his first time. Bodie handles. And McNeil retired. Cubs lead it. It's 6-1.
Now the Mets are behind 6-1. Just one run for the Mets on a homer by Tomas Nido in 4 innings against Drew Smyly.
2-2 to Gomes, and he waves and misses for strike 3. That is 8 strikeouts in relief for Trevor Williams.
He's just tenacious. He throws strikes. He sets up hitters. Uses enough of the inside corner versus righties to get them to swing at that ball off the plate.
And he walked him. There's the first walk given up by Williams, and Buck's on its way to the mound, and Williams will not get a chance to tie Tug's record. But an outstanding outing for Trevor Williams. How many times have we said that this year? He goes 4 1/3 in relief to get the Mets some length into the middle of the game. And now Tommy Hunter will come in to relieve him. So 2 out and a runner at third is left to Nimmo. Again, the 3-2 from Smyly, and he wraps it on the ground. Wisdom has it go under his glove, and that'll bring in a run.
Wow.
Patrick Wisdom
Nonchalant.
could not get the curtain down.
That is.
And Escobar comes in to score to make it 6-2.
Runner on third. It is. I know errors happen. They're physical errors, but that is just a nonchalant.
A hard-throwing right-hander Rowan Wick takes over for Eric Ullman. Faced Jeff McNeil to lead off the bottom of the 7th.
That one up the middle. Morel was shaded. Throw to first. Oh, what a play. How about the defense at shortstop tonight from Christopher Morel?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Morel this year defensively, how the versatility, moving all over the diamond, react, play, and then the athleticism takes over, how quickly he gets to his feet.
So the Mets have their 5th hit of the night, and now Nido, who had the first one. That's hit hard through the hole, a base hit for Nido. Guillorme pulls in at second, so the Mets with back-to-back 2-out hits out of the 8 and 9 spots, and that'll give a chance to Nimmo with 2 men on. And the curveball dribbles slowly. Wick off the mound, shovels it, and gets the out to end the inning. Mets strand a couple in the 7th. On to the 8th we go. 6-2 Chicago. So just like that, a promising beginning to the inning falls apart, and now Alonso bats with 2 out and nobody on. Alonso cracks one to deep left center. Back in the gap goes Hermosillo. It's out of here. Pete Alonso homers for the 2nd straight night. Number 35 for Pete. And the Mets inch a little closer. It's now 6-3. 35 home runs, 111 runs batted in for Pete. The Mets' 2nd home run of the night.
Got a breaking ball that did not get out enough. And that's a boo-boo against that big guy. Crushed it. So strong. Line drive out of here.
Bottom 9. And the Cubs 3 outs away from a sweep. They turned it over to Mark Leiter Jr.
Drills one deep right center field. A towering fly ball. Going back, Hermosillo at the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. What a play by Hermosillo. One away. And he collided with Suzuki. An outstanding play out in right center.
Here's Guillorme. 2-2 coming. Right back to the mound. Leiter to second. Morel on to first, and the ball game is over, and the Cubs have swept a 3-game series from the Mets. The first time all season that the Mets have been swept in a 3-game series, as the Cubs come into New York and hand the Mets their 5th consecutive home loss, and the Mets lead remains at a half game over the Braves.